As the next step on this car, we are going to perform the compression test on the cylinders. We are going to check the relative compression and we are going to diagnose this through the compression. So here is the compression test for this car. Here is my pressure gauge, what I built for this purpose. Here is the rubber head for this, which will go inside the cylinder, and here is the pressure gauge. For this purpose I selected a pressure gauge which is about 200 psi, 0 to 200 psi. This is more than enough to test this engine. So what I am going to do is I am going to test the compression in this cylinder, in this engine. For all cylinders I will have to test this compression. So I am going to remove the plug coils. Already I removed bolts from, and I removed the plugs also from the inside, so there is no spark plug inside. Just I am going to check the pressure. For this purpose what I will do, I will have to insert the pressure gauge in, and then I have to crank the engine, and then we'll see how much pressure it is building. Okay, crank the engine please. Okay, that's all. So it's swinging about 60 psi, but it is not 60, it's more. Okay, so this cylinder seems good. For the next I will have to go for the cylinder number 2 and we'll see what is going on. Okay, crank. That's all. It's also going about 60 or more, so this cylinder seems good. So now I'm going to cylinder number 3 and then to 4th. Number 3. Okay, crank please. Okay, as you see, very low compression or about no compression. So cylinder number 3 is bad. Now I'm going to check cylinder number 4. Okay, crank it please. Okay, that's all. So number 4, there is no compression. So what is the conclusion is here is number 1 is okay, number 2 seems okay, number 3 and number 4 have a problem inside. So for this purpose what we will do is we will have to remove the head. This is actually the tappet cover. We will have to remove the tappet cover, and then we'll remove the head and we'll see inside what is going on. Here is what I removed the head from the cylinder block. You can see the problem which I diagnosed is over here. As you can see, this head gasket in between cylinder number 3 and number 4 is blown. This is burnt. You can see here, as in between my thumb is there. This is burnt from the central wall. As you can see here, it is proper. Here of course it is proper, but the number 3 and 4, it is burnt. As you can see now very clear, as I removed it from the car. So here is the gasket. The burnt is very much clear. This one is a burnt, and the head gasket quality is very much bad. This is not the original factory gasket. Instead somebody placed a very bad quality gasket. That's why it burnt, what I am suspecting. And here is the surface of the block. This is of course the aluminum block, so you can see the watermarks are there. And here the cylinders, accumulated carbon. I will clean. I will cut off all the carbon using a sharp blade and rake, of course. So this is what is our diagnostic on this particular engine. Here is what I removed the head from the engine, the intake, and of course here are the all 16 buckets for valve. I am unable to see. The reason is there is too much glare on the camera screen. So I cleaned this head. You can see there is no problem with the cylinders here, as we were unable to get the proper compression. But if we will see the valve, they are seated properly. There is no problem. Afterwards we will check with petrol. The test we will do, we will put some petrol here on the top. If it will be withstand, the valve will be good, or otherwise we will see further. And also we will check with a straight edge the surface straightness of the head. So this is what is the way we will do. We removed the head from this car. As I did not show this procedure, I will show in the next video the procedure how to install the head on this particular car. Installation of head is a little bit tricky, it's a technical job, so we will see step by step how to install the head. And the disassembly of the head is exactly the reverse process of the assembly, but it is an easy job as compared to installation.